Ozma, who was wearing the magic belt, seated herself in the throne, and Dorothy sat at her feet. In the room there assembled many ladies and gentlemen of the court, clothed in rich apparel and wearing fine jewelry. Two immense animals squatted, one on each side of the throne, the cowardly lion and the hungry tiger.
Tiger.
Yeah.
You keep calling him a tiger.
Tiger?
Yeah, you
tiger.
did before. It's tiger.
Tiger,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom. In a balcony high up in the dome, an orchestra played sweet music, and beneath the dome, two electric fountains sent sprays of colored perfumed water shooting up nearly as high as the arched ceiling.
Are you ready, Dorothy?
Oh, I am, but I don't know whether Aunt Em and Uncle Henry are ready. That won't matter. The old life can have very little interest to them, and the sooner they begin their new life here, the happier they will be. Here they come, my dear.
As she spoke, there before the throne appeared Uncle Henry and Aunt Elm, who for a moment stood motionless, glaring with white and startled faces at the scene that confronted them. If the ladies and gentlemen present had not been so polite, I am sure they would have laughed at the two strangers. Aunt Em had her calico skirt tucked up, and she wore a faded blue-checked apron. Her hair was rather straggly, and she had a pair of Uncle Henry's old slippers. In one hand she held a dish towel, and in the other a cracked earthenware plate, which she had been engaged in wiping when so suddenly transported to the land of Oz. Uncle Henry, when the summons came, had been out in the barn doing chores. He wore a ragged and much soiled straw hat, a checkered shirt without a checked shirt without any collar, and blue. What's that?
This is the
rolling
last
of without any collar and blue overalls tucked into the top of his old cowhide boots. By gum! Gasped Uncle Henry, looking around as if bewildered.
Well, I swan,
in a hoarse, frightened voice. Then her eyes fell upon Dorothy, and she said,
Don't that look like our little girl, our Dorothy, Henry?
Hi there! Look out, Elm! Exclaimed the old man as Aunt Elm advanced a step. Take care of the wild beasties, or you're a goner. But now Dorothy sprang forward and embraced and kissed her aunt and uncle affectionately, afterward taking their hands in her own.
Don't be afraid. You are now in the land of Oz, where you are to live always and be comfortable and happy. You won't never have to worry over anything again, because there won't be anything to worry about, and you owe it all to the kindness of my dear friend, Princess Ozma.
Here she led them before the throne.
Your Highness, this is Uncle Henry, and this is Aunt Em. They want to thank you for bringing them here from Kansas.
Aunt Em tried to slick her hair, and she hid the dish towel and dish under her apron while she bowed to the lovely Ozma. Uncle Henry took off his straw hat and held it awkwardly in his hand. But the ruler of Oz rose and came from her throne to greet her newly arrived guests, and she smiled as sweetly upon them as if they had been a king and queen.
You are very welcome here, where I have brought you for Princess Dorothy's sake, and I hope you will be quite happy in your new home.
Then she turned to her couriers, who were silent and gravely regarding the scene.
I present to my people our Princess Dorothy's beloved Uncle Henry and Aunt Em, who will hereafter be subjects of our kingdom. It will please me to have you show them every kindness and honor in your power, and to join me in making them happy and contented.
Hearing this, all the assembled bowed low and respectfully to the old farmer and his wife, who bobbed their own heads in return.
And now, Dorothy will show you the rooms prepared for you. I hope you will like them, and I expect you to join me at luncheon.
So Dorothy led her relatives away, and as soon as they were out of the throne room and alone in the corridor, Aunt Em squeezed Dorothy's hand.
Child, how in the world did we ever get here so quick? And is it all real? And are we to stay here, as she says? Oh, and what does it all mean, anyhow? Why didn't you tell us what you were going to do?
If I'd known about it, I'd put on my Sunday clothes.
I'll explain everything as soon as we get to your rooms. You're in great luck, Uncle Henry and Aunt Em, and so am I. And oh, I'm so happy I got you here at last.
As they walked by the little girl's side, Uncle Henry stroked his whiskers thoughtfully. "Appears to me, Dorothy, we won't make bang-up fairies."
And in my back hair looks a fright. Never mind. You won't have anything to do now but look pretty, Aunt Em, and Uncle Henry won't have to work till his back aches, that's certain.
Sure?
Of course I'm sure. You're in the fairyland of Oz now, and what's more, you belong to